Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4 p.m. Hi out there. Hi. Welcome to Mona, for those who've not been to Mona before. Welcome to you. Good idea coming in winter, because you just get to move around. My name is Dean Stevenson, and this is the 4 p.m. installation, which has been at Mona for some time. I'll do the math for you in a second, so you can know how long it's been here. And what it's about is the showing of the process of making stuff. It's not about the finished stuff, although you're seated now with drinks in hand, like you're about to see a finished thing, but we're not quite ready to give you a finished thing yet, because the piece that I wrote today, which is not the one you just heard, the piece I wrote today I haven't heard yet. So it was a blank page. If you were here this morning at 10 a.m. when the doors opened, you would have seen there on the screen, me at the piano. There was nothing on that page. And then I spent all day writing music. And then at the end of every day at 4 p.m, we now play the piece of music that I've written today. That's what it's about. So it's you've seen me in process. You were about to hear us in process as we kind of rehearse and put days together. The one you just heard was the piece that I wrote on the 195th day that I've been here at Mona writing a new piece. That was the Curtain Raiser, pretty little thing. And today is day 371. So it's a new piece each day. Today's going to be, we're going to get through it pretty quick, I think. So. What I've done, I've put some others out from day 359 and 352, just some ones I'd like to hear again. Because there's the thing, once we play it and then we move on the next day, then sometimes they get lost to history, but I'd like to hear these ones again. And I think we can, because we'll get through today's pretty quick. It's a functional piece, so if you want to ask, we'll have a Q&A. You can ask me questions. But people always say, what was your inspiration today? And most of the time it's fuck all, it's nothing. It's not about, that's my thing about creativity. If you wait for the ideas before you take your pen out, or your hammer, or whatever your practice is, you might only have 4 ideas a year. But when I show up to my practice, which is music and composing, I know I feel great. I really like it. So I wouldn't want to just only show up 4 times a year, because I'd get really shitty with myself. So I show up every day, and I write lots of shit. But at least I show up. And then when I show up, sometimes it's really good. So that's the bargain I make with myself. So let's see if today's good or shit, shall we? Who knows? The ensemble that's about to make it live, please thank them. Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb, and Nick. These guys were here yesterday. It's always the same 4 instruments. It's always a string quartet. That's the challenge, try and make the same instrumental group sound different every day. Yesterday's piece I have no desire to hear again, so I don't think we'll play that again. You liked it? Oh, fuck. It's hard to see. Anyway, they were here yesterday, but the musicians do change depending on availability. So think of a question you might want to ask, Make sure you have a drink, and does everyone understand? Yes? Okay. All right, let's get into today's piece. So, 307. So, fugue. Quavers, crotchets are there.
That's crotchet.
That's crotchet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
And then do you want it, is it faster at D?
So it's not that at all, is it? There it is. Keep going. And stop there. I think this is. It's me singing in my phone in the car. Illegally. You're not allowed to do that. Anyway, could you play that again? That turned into this. The idea of a fugue is that once one voice does the thing, it gets joined by somebody else. At B now. You don't. You're into B. Yes. Okay. Hold there, and they go from C, bar before C, where cello joins. A cello. 3 voices. And stop there. So at this time, it's about lunchtime, and I was bored as fuck. This is terrible. Okay, some people really like this, and it sounds like I'm at church on Sunday. And then I listened again to my phone thing, like, I misheard it. It was not the same. So I stopped, and then I started again. So from D, it's just you again. A bit quicker, I think. Sorry. Okay, so I got the melody wrong, and rather than go back and delete it, I thought, I'll just keep going. So I rewrote it. Is it better? I don't know. It's the same format. Viola starts and joined by second. So let's go from E, please.
Can you count in?
1, 2.
Yeah.
4, 4.
Isn't that really slow?
The 5/4 bar. What kind of dickhead puts a bar of 3, a bar of 5, and a bar of 4? Why not just even it out and write all bars of 4? 3 and 5 makes 8. Goodness me.
Okay, can we go from straight
F.
on F? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. So today, short, uninspired. I had a martini at 2. I no longer cared. But that's kind of the thing. It is what I call functional music. So I'll play something else in a minute that I think's got more story and vitality to it and more intricacy, and it's like you can close your eyes, you can imagine stuff. If you close your eyes and heard this, you'd just be, I don't know, at a funeral or something. I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, I've tried to make it interesting as functional music can be. Functional, well, I use the word functional meaning if I gave you like 3 pages of A4, blank A4 and a pencil, and then said, a carrot goes to the shops, off you go. And then you just have to instantly start writing a story about a carrot that goes to the shops. It's not a great topic. Probably no one would be interested. But you would know how to fill those pages with words that function. You know what order words go in so we can understand what you're saying. And that's my creative thing, is that you just show up and you just write a dumb story about a carrot going to the shops. And then eventually, on page 3, the carrot, trips over and falls on a knife. Oh, wow, there's something exciting. And then suddenly you're off. There's something more tangible and it's interesting, or you get abducted by aliens or whatever random thing happens. Nothing really happened today, and not aliens or a knife. But there you go. We'll play something else as a point of interest. Do you want to give today's a go again so that people can hear the reward, and then we'll never hear it again? Any questions? Anybody thought of a question they want to ask? Probably not until we play something that's more interesting. How often do I get blocked? I don't. There's no such thing as freeze. There's caring and careless, but there's no such thing as block. People say, I've got writer's block. I can't think of anything. That's where I think it's untrue, because writer's block in my mind is when you're dead. Because I could write a story about a carrot that goes to the shops. That's not a block, that's just a dumb story, but it's a place to start. So when you say, I've got writer's block, what it really means is you're not willing to put your dumb idea down on the page and commit to that for as long as it takes to find something else. That's what writer's block, I think, is. So every day, like if I just walk in and just, there you go, 1 note. 2 notes. 3 notes. Dee da 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 da, write them down. Dee da 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 da, dee da 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 da, dee da 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 dum bum ba ba bum 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 ba, dee da 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 ba da ba bum 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 ba. It's boring, but I'm off. It just takes 1 note to spark a thing. It takes a carrot with a shopping bag to spark a story that you didn't think you had when you woke up. So that's what I think about writer's block. Right. Shall we?
Yes.
Good.
Happy with the tempo?
Yeah, we can push it along a little bit, I
faster
think.
at
A bit
D,
fast,
like
yeah. Definitely.
Faster at D, but happy with the original tempo.
Happy with the original, but faster at D from D.
Faster at D.
Yes, thank you. Here we go. Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb, and Nick. Oh, yeah. Sounds like someone's got a mouthful of notes on the page, isn't it? Anyway, that was today's piece.
The counting was the hardest bit.
Caleb's bit.
No, the counting.
Oh, the key,
hardest
yes.
bit. Counting.
So I have a disclaimer here on my music stand. You might have seen it today. Art is never really finished. It can only be abandoned in an interesting place. It's the courage to go, I'm done. Do you reckon Sydney Nolan, who made The Snake here, went, she's done? Perfect, exactly as I imagined. Give me the money, send it to the gallery. Or was there a point where he went, get this shit out of my studio, I can't stand to look at it anymore, I'm done. Abandoned now, I don't care if it's finished or not. Potentially this museum is full of art like that, where the artist just had to let it go at some point, and it's unfinished by their reckoning, but at least they started. And starting stuff is easy, but finishing stuff is hard, or abandoning stuff. Okay, let's play another day.
Which one do you want?
Let's play 359, please. Has anybody got any other questions they want to ask about anything they've seen or anything they don't understand? Yes? Yeah, so the first question is, do I still enjoy it? Do I actually enjoy it? And two is, yeah, totally. So, do I enjoy it? Yes, I do enjoy it because I love music. I think the late great Ken Robertson said about people, about understanding different types of people. There are people who need to move to think. Dancers, athletes, they need to move to think. How can you possibly understand politics by moving? But that's a silly question because that's how they understand the world. I understand the world through music. How can I possibly understand politics by music? I don't know, it's a dumb question, but I just do. That's my way through the world. So I have a very rare gig to show up here every day and write music every day. It's a pretty crazy thing, 371 days in a row. But it hurts my brain. It really does hurt. Showing up every day and doing this hurts. Being exposed in front of a crowd hurts. As much as I sound confident now, it hurts. The first 150 days of this installation were the hardest because I'd never done it before. On day one, I'd never written a piece for quartet in a day before. I just said, pitched the idea and they bought it and I went, great, fuck. Oh no. And then 150 days later, which is the book. That's what the book is. This is my diaries. I published my diaries of 150 days and all of the live music through that book. There's a QR code in the front. So who read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron? A lot of us read that, who wanted to do art stuff, and it's a like bestseller, but no one got past chapter 3. Because at chapter 3, you've already read the bit about your diary and morning pages, and we'll go, yep, got it, and then put the book away and never finish it. So I kept my diaries and published them. So I write a piece for quartet, and then keep a diary, and then had a nervous breakdown. Yeah, it's a great read. So that's the book. But it does hurt, but it also, the limitation of 10 to 4 is so small. There's only so much can be done, there's only a piece so long. And you hear something about one we're about to play, which is quite long, or I surprised myself. When some days I just feel good, and the album, which you can buy from me or upstairs, which is download or CD, this is the ones where we went, for no reason that anyone can identify, these particular days I thought were awesome. And I don't know why. I don't know, I showed up, and I wrote music, and it just happened to be awesome. And I can't explain why. It wasn't the drugs, it wasn't the weather, it wasn't, who knows, but it just was. And I think that's the bargain we make with ourselves. Just showing up, you can't always guarantee you're going to get it, but you have to show up in order for it to arrive. Yeah, so anyway, you can get them from me. You ready? Mm-hmm. This is day 359, which starts with first violin. Tell me where you think you are when you hear this. Close your eyes. Please thank Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb, Nick. Yeah! Woo! Anyway, I thought that was a nice day, and I mean, we haven't played that for weeks, so it's amazing how much they remember stuff and they can just kind of sight read stuff off the page. Cool. What did that put you somewhere? Were you in a Disney cartoon? Wow. I'm glad, right, Sleeping Beauty, right. Because I went straight to Monsters, Inc. and I thought, how the fuck can you get... Right, okay, right, old with Disney, gotcha, wow. Okay, Disney. So that was 359. Let's play 352, just as a way of showing what can happen in a day when no one expects. Sometimes it's a fugue, sometimes it's not. If you want to come up and talk to me, I'll be here about the book or the recordings, or just about creativity itself. It's a really cool thing to talk about, and we all need the courage to do some more of it, with courage enough to be shit for a while. The opening chapter in my book talks about showing up and doing it, and it talks about what I call the irksome display of yourself to yourself. Because I've got kids and I've had students where I watch someone write a line of something right, and they go, oh, fuck, like, that's awful. And the weird thing is they don't know I'm watching, and they're on their own, and they're ashamed of writing a line on a page alone that they think is shit. What kind of shame have we done with our education where you're on your own and you're ashamed of something you put on the page without anybody else seeing it? We all get that crippling, oh, I had this incredible idea, and yet I wrote it out and it's not what as big as my idea was, without giving yourself the time to work it out. The carrot and going to the shop eventually becomes a superhero. I don't know. 352. 352. Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb and Nick. There you go, that was a bit of fun. Oh, wow. So that's 3 pieces. You got some bargain today. Who wants to hear today's piece again? No? Good. Okay, we'll just move right along. 4 p.m. is going until mid-September where there's a new piece every day. There's a Patreon. You can subscribe to all the live audio to your inbox. There's a live stream. There's some albums and a book if you want to continue to talk to me about it. Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you good? Do you want more? Or do you want to go and shopping and see some vaginas? Well, any questions, anyone? It's okay, you can ask a question. Ask the cellist a question.
He's very nice.
How do you do your hair?
We should play the lullaby.
We should play the lullaby. Oh, you okay? All right, we'll do the lullaby.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, we'll do that. It's here. It's here. Okay, we'll do one more, and it's a pretty one. This is from the Monday, the 1st of July. There you go, Pastor. Thank you very much. I called this a Celtic lullaby. I realised while I was writing it, I know nothing about Celtic music, but I persisted anyway. Like I know nothing about fugues today. Same thing. The next thing I'm going to say is not to try and give you an example of something extraordinary. It's the ordinary nature of showing up. That's my thing. I don't play cello or viola or violin, and I don't even play piano. If you were here all day, you can't tell me you really heard the piano because I don't really play it. I just use it as a tool to these little coloured dots here help me know what the notes are on the strings. So I just use my imagination. Like tonight, I'm going to go to the Henry Jones and play double bass, play swing tunes from 6 till 9 o'clock. So I'm from pubs. 20 years of drums and bass in pubs. That's where I'm from. That's what my history is. And I thought, writing sounded fun, and I worked my way into it. So it's just a way of showing up to a thing without having to feel like you need to get a university certificate, which costs you a lot of money to do a thing. Here's the Celtic lullaby from 1st of July. Thank you very much, Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb and Nick. I'm going to have a drink. Thank you so much again. My name is Dean Stevenson. This is Miranda, Phoebe, Caleb, and Nick. This is 4 p.m. for today. Come and have a chat to me if you want to talk about any recordings of everything you just heard today was made in the day here in Mona. That's what it's all about. Have a lovely evening. See you at the Henry Jones for some swing tunes at 6 o'clock. Bye.